Newsroom on SABC News. It's about 22:11 here. We'll be live with you until midday today. Now, the Automobile Association is concerned with motorists who are warning others about roadblocks and speed traps, that they are compromising road safety and traffic enforcement measures. Now, according to the AA spokesperson, Layton Beard, warning others is counter to the whole spirit of addressing road safety in South Africa. Layton Beard is in our Pretoria studio this morning to talk about road safety campaigns, their effectiveness. But first, I want to start with the warning of other motorists. We seem to have a culture of that here in South Africa. We even have websites and Twitter feeds and that kind of thing that deals with it. You must be very concerned.
Look, I think it is very concerning because it adds to this whole problem that we have of road safety in South Africa, Eben. When we look at an issue such as a roadblock, which is intended to take drivers off the road that shouldn't be on the road, people who are warning these drivers are in effect, actually warning bad, reckless, negligent drivers to stay on the road and when to look out for the traffic police. So it is very concerning, and I think apart from going against the spirit of road safety, it's a very, very dangerous and selfish practice of other motorists to do this.
Now, Layton, of course, you must have seen, we've spoken to just about everybody in the food chain today. The one thing that came out is the fact that, yes, drink driving is a problem and people are being arrested for drink driving, but the conviction rate sits at around 4% for drunk driving, which kind of defeats the entire purpose. What would you like to see as the AA with regards to convictions of traffic crime?
Look, I agree absolutely with what Professor Barrett and Howard Dembowski and your spokesperson from KwaZulu-Natal said. The conviction rates are absolutely too low. They do need to be increased. But I think the point that we made is that, you can have these campaigns at these very specific times of the year. And we see a lot of people are pulled off the road and a lot of people are fined at these times of the year. But there are a lot of questions that arise from this. If a car is dangerous to be on the road at the festive season, why is it not dangerous to be on the road a month before then? And why is it not taken off the road a month before that festive season? What we would prefer to see, Evan, is a situation where reckless and negligent drivers are pulled off the road. People are pulled off the road for moving violations rather than pulled off the road for expired fines or expired licenses. Those are important things, and we're not saying they mustn't be dealt with, but there must be more of a focus on moving violations. That's very critical.
Now, we've seen the minister come out yesterday, and the minister, of course, is now talking about drunk driving being a focus and making it a Schedule 5 offence, and other, of course, she pointed out a few others. Do you think putting harsher penalties for traffic offences, do you think that'll be a deterrent, or are we too far down the road? We need a more holistic view.
It's a very good question, Evan, and I think the answer to that is twofold. We do need a more holistic view. We do need a more comprehensive road safety strategy in South Africa that provides a framework for how we deal with road safety in South Africa. That is the important thing. But the point that you made earlier, if we make it a harsher crime or the penalties are harsher, what impact will that have if we don't convict people who are actually pulled off for this crime? So we can have the harsh penalties, but if the people aren't convicted, it will mean nothing at the end of the day.
Now, you at the AA, you see this kind of thing week in, week out, year in, year out. The numbers seem to fluctuate a little bit, but it don't work. People don't really care, it seems. This whole thing around road death numbers and so forth, is there a different way that you at the AA would maybe like us to look at the whole thing?
Look, I think the fact that we've got these numbers is at least a starting point for us to look at how to solve the problem. The concern that we have, and we mentioned this in December 2016, and we mentioned this in December 2015, is that we know the numbers are not going to come down. We have a feeling that the numbers are either going to stabilize or go up. What was very concerning about the figures that we released yesterday, the 1,714. Now, people may say, yeah, but it's only a 5% increase on the year before. But it's an increase. It's not stabilized and it's not come down. It's gone up. And that is very concerning. So the numbers as we have them, the way that they're reported, I think they do give us a framework. But obviously they have to come down. How we bring that down, I think at the moment, Eben, is the big question.
The campaigns. the campaigns, are they good enough? Some say they're not working. I think they are working, because if there weren't any campaigns, it would be total carnage on our roads, no doubt. But the campaigns, how do we get the campaigns to then maybe be a little bit better or hit it home a little bit more? Do we go the Australian route where we go with these garish advertising campaigns?
Yeah, shock advertising, I think, may have a place. I mean, I don't know whether it will work or whether it won't. But I mean, certain examples throughout the world have shown that maybe it does work. I'm not convinced. We speak about the success of the education and awareness campaigns, but the results indicate that they haven't been that successful. Now, if we take those campaigns out of the picture, would the results be even worse than what we see at the moment? It may be. At the moment, we've got a massive problem. We have carnage on our roads, and we need to deal with that. Maybe it's a question of increasing the campaigns, but I think the problem lies, again, and I'll bring this back to you again, Eben. We need a holistic approach. We need a road safety strategy that is actionable and implementable, and it needs to be put on the table sooner rather than later.
And we need to follow through. I'll take that with me from you today, Layton Beard. Thank you very much. That's Layton Beard, spokesperson for the Automobile Association here in South Africa, coming to us live from the capital in Pretoria. Now, of course, Selwyn Nathan says the BMW SA Open will offer something exciting yet tough. Golf over the weekend as some of the world's best golfers descend on the Glendower golf course here in Edenvale, Johannesburg. He was speaking to us at a gala dinner last night hosted by the city of Ekurhuleni.